Whether you're new to the MCU or not, here is everything you should watch before Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. So Doctor Strange 2 is set to deal with some serious multiversal issues and is expected to have a number of huge cameos. So to make sure you're all caught up, we put together a list of things you should watch and divided it into 3 sections to make it easy. First, Doctor Strange Basics. Second, the Scarlet Witch. And third, Multiversal Knowledge. So if you're looking for a specific section, then check the description box below for each individual timestamp. Alright, let's get started. First is Marvel's Doctor Strange. The Multiverse of Madness is the sequel to the 2016 Doctor Strange film, which first introduced the Sorcerer to the MCU, and it provides all of the basic knowledge you need to know about his origin and powers. Next is Avengers Infinity War. This is the next time that Doctor Strange makes an appearance in the MCU and first becomes involved with the Avengers. Third is Avengers Endgame. We see how Strange's abilities and insight work to help the Avengers in their ultimate fight against Thanos. Endgame resolves the events of Infinity War and sets the MCU up for Phase 4. Next is Spider-Man No Way Home. The last we've seen of Strange in the MCU is during the events of Spider-Man No Way Home. This film leads us right up to the events in Multiverse of Madness and gives us a bit of insight as to what Strange will be struggling to fix. And here's a bonus! The Marvel What If episode, What If Doctor Strange Lost His Heart Instead of His Hands? This will provide insight for some of the variants or versions of Strange we may see in the film. Now, knowing who the Scarlet Witch is just as important, so here's everything you should watch to understand her story. First is Avengers Age of Ultron, where Wanda Maximoff made her very first MCU debut. Next is Captain America Civil War. This is Wanda's second appearance in the MCU, where she has been adopted into the Avengers compound, facing the repercussions of the events in Age of Ultron. We start to see her relationship with the Vision develop in this film, which is crucial to her ultimate storyline. Just like Doctor Strange, you should also watch Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame to understand Scarlet Witch's story. The events of these films are important to understanding Wanda's character arc moving forward into Phase 4. Next, we have the WandaVision series, so you might need a little extra time for this one, but it does provide us full insight as to where Wanda is after the end of Avengers Endgame and shows us just exactly how strong her powers are. The series also furthers our knowledge and understanding how Wanda's abilities affect the multiverse. If you've watched everything on the list thus far, then you, my friend, are caught up on all things MCU for this film specifically. But because Multiverse of Madness may introduce some important cameos, here are some extra credit recommendations so that you are not confused across the multiverse. First is the Marvel What If episode titled What If Captain Carter Were the First Avenger? Next is X-Men, the original 2000 through 2006 trilogy. Also X-Men First Class and X-Men Days of Future Past. There's also Deadpool, and we have Fantastic Four, the 2005 version. So these are just some assumptions as to who we may see pop in. A lot of speculation says that we could see Professor X, we could see Deadpool, we could see Mr. Fantastic himself. So if you watch these films, it'll kind of just give you some insight as to who these people are and where they come from. And if you have some extra time, then maybe even throw in the 2003 version of Hulk starring Edward Norton, because you just never know with the MCU. Let us know in the comments what you'll be binging from this list, and don't forget that Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness is set to hit theaters on May 6th. See you guys next time.